You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 165.
165, man. Sergeant Segway again back this week.
We back, baby. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Ralph, my guy, my pal, my partner was happening. How you feeling, man?
I'm cool, man. Just, I really, like, you know what? We work 5 days a week, 40 hours or, whatever. But you probably put in more time, I'm not sure. But I really don't really get a chance to enjoy my weekends. It's just like, I enjoy them, but I don't. Like, it's not a lot of lounging going on.
Gotcha.
Like, I got a lot of events, and it's been like that since the beginning of last month. I just want like a weekend where I ain't got nothing on the calendar. Like I told you, and I probably told you this on the mic and maybe off. I'm not sure. But I have never used my calendar function as much as I have in the past month. Like I felt like important. Like I got somewhere to be. I got to be here. Let me put this in my calendar because I'm gonna forget.
You probably at the point now when you see them dots on your calendar,
Man.
you be like, oh.
That shit tattooed and checkered up, man. I'm like, this is not cool.
That's funny.
So
I feel that.
I just feel cool that I work for the federal government in this way because I get a half a day. Please, if you believe in voting, go vote on Tuesday.
100%. Yes.
November 8th, and then I get Veterans Day off. So
okay, is that Friday?
Yep. Listen,
I'm hating.
I take all of them. I take all them days.
As you should.
Talk about.
As you should. I'm hating because I don't get that off. I'm considering. I think I'm gonna go early vote tomorrow since I'm working from home, so I don't have to deal with it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I do plan to go vote. So yeah, definitely go vote in your primary elections. But
Yes,
I feel that. That's crazy that you like it's the winter, like it's the fall, so like things supposed to be winding down, but things picking up.
Actually, summer was kind of more so relaxed for me, even around my birthday. It was still kind of relaxed, but
now it's picking up.
We outside, and it's so funny. I bumped into Johnny at a party last night. I didn't expect to see my brother there. Like I was like, oh yeah,
listen.
Hey, I was like, hey, Oversaturated.
Fam, right?
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw Johnny, I was definitely inebriated. It was up.
Oh no, listen.
I was good.
I saw Ralph first. I was taking something outside to the car. I looked to the left. I see this man on the floor hopping with his set. I'm like, I should have known. No, it was lit though. But yeah, it was good. It was good to get to see my guy outside of the pod because we both be busy. So it's great. It's great. But no, I ain't got nothing going on. My weekend was actually kind of chill.
Okay.
I done got back into playing like the PlayStation and stuff. I'm knee deep in God of War right now, so it's actually pretty dope. The sequel, God of War Ragnarok, is coming out this week, so I'll get that once I finish this game, which is probably gonna take me a month or so because I'm only really playing on the weekends. But it's lit. It's fall time. I'm inside, baby. I'm inside.
Man, look, not unfortunately, like Johnny said, I was with the set, shout out to the brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, the bros. But no, November is our founders month. November 17th is the actual date.
Okay.
So being on a planning committee with my chapter brothers, just trying to get stuff together, it's a lot that goes into it. I can't wait for it. And then Thanksgiving next week. So it's like,
Thanksgiving coming up quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Bro, I just want this month to be over.
That's crazy. We already like almost midway through November already.
Yeah.
Which is nuts, man.
I know, man.
So happy daylight savings time to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed the extra hour. Because I
did.
know I did.
I did.
Man,
I'm
what?
not gonna lie,
Man,
bro.
what? Oh, but I'm not happy about it getting dark earlier. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I would like to say this. Johnny had been trying to get me on Atlanta since season 3, right? I was on it like everybody else the first two seasons. First two seasons were immaculate.
Oh,
Season 3
definitely.
lost me. Even Johnny admits it lost him, even though it had a entertainment factor, right?
It did. I finished it.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was good, but it definitely wasn't
What we
seasons
know,
1 and 2. Yeah,
what we know Atlanta to be, and that's because the whole cast is A-list. The whole cast can go do big budget films. You know what I'm saying? Like that, everybody can do that. So I think season 3 was just kind of like the sacrifice of that. You know, and now when we get to season 4. Johnny told me, he's like, "Hey, go watch it." So I jumped on it. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
I feel like we're back to the essence of what seasons 1 and 2 were, kind of.
Yeah.
Just more mature.
Yeah. I mean, well, I enjoyed this season, even though it doesn't follow like the linear storyline.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of has like one-off scenarios which involve the characters of the main cast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we go follow Earn today. Like
Right,
it might be an episode where you never see Donald Glover.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Almost like this most recent. Are you caught up?
Yeah. I've seen the last episode with Paperboy. So
Okay, cool. So like you were saying, like there are certain episodes where you may not see characters, and we almost had that with this most recent episode. Like we almost didn't see Earn, but you know, Paperboy and Earn, like they FaceTime, but this was mainly about Paperboy, that most recent episode. But I'm thoroughly enjoying this season.
yeah, I'm enjoying it. The only thing is, it's not giving me the season like a series finale type of feel, because if you know, I know Paperboy needs peace, and I know that was like the purpose of that episode, right? Usually I hate those fucking episodes, to be honest. Like you know Johnny gets on me because I hate the Fly episode from Breaking Bad because it has a purpose.
That episode had meaning.
But still, like, hey man, we trying to tell stories. What's going on here? But all in all, like the episode is good, but it's just like I get where you're trying to go with it. But if this is episode 9 and then the series is done in episode 10, what the fuck? Like that's all I'm saying. Like, hey yo,
This shit gonna have to be a short film.
man, what
To wrap up everything.
to wrap up everything? Like, and I was like, is that the closure that Paperboy gets from his character arc? That's what I'm trying to understand about the whole situation. Now, if this was like a season 4 going into season 5, it makes all the sense. But if the end of the series is next episode,
it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. Like, I mean, but it's still like I enjoy it, but still like, hey, what is this?
Right? Nah. I guess that makes sense. I guess I haven't looked at it from that perspective because, like you mentioned off mic, I think it might have been last week. This season kind of feels like an anthology where we're getting different types of stories every episode, even though we have the main cast.
Yep.
So it's like I'm not even really thinking about a series finale, even though I know the series is about to end. It's just like maybe they do a 45-minute episode where they try to wrap up every person's story. I don't know, but I guess we'll
it's kind of like, but then that would be counterproductive of what we've been getting already. Like what are we wrapping up? Because they really haven't done too much together this season.
I guess honestly the only person's story that they haven't quote unquote wrapped up yet is Darius.
And why would you?
Right.
Because it's kind of like, okay, do you wrap up like Earn and Van's relationship? Like, are they going to get married? Like, you know, like what they do have the daughter together. Like,
they decided they were going to move in that camping episode. Like they're moving to LA.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, I guess it will be good to see if they decide to get married. But at least we know they're going to be a family
moving
in
forward.
LA.
Yeah,
like you know, he confessed his love for her. She assumingly did the same back. Like it's So I don't know. Again, the only character left will be Darius. So. But I feel like that would be the most Atlanta way to end the series, like just some super abstract shit with Darius.
Because that's what this season has been, super
Oh
abstract.
man, so
but entertaining though.
Oh yeah, 100%. So what's been your favorite episode of the season so far?
It may be a little bit of recency bias because I haven't watched any of them, but right now it's just the the Goofy movie, the mockumentary style episode of that. Because for a while they had me going. Man, like, wait, I was like, did this happen for real?
Almost Googled it.
I'm like, Thomas, why, like Disney was doing this, but no, it's just it plays on the fact that black people gravitated to the Goofy movie in that way.
Word.
So it's just showing like a full background of how that came to be, and just how he became more niggerish as the episode went on. Hey yo, like I love it.
That was a fire episode.
Yeah,
I think my favorite, the episode where Ern was going to therapy, and there was like he was getting revenge on like this white lady, so he paid actors to like
mess up her life.
Yo,
like, that's wild. Like, I'm like, where did you get money to do this? Like,
it's right, and then like the whole episode, I'm trying to figure out the correlation of this white lady to like Ern, because like we never knew until the end of the episode, and I think that like the suspense of it all, like it was just a good build up, and then the payoff I thought was amazing in that episode. So yeah, that was great. This season 4 has been amazing.
Oh yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, man.
But season 3 has been a stain. It's a black eye.
It was COVID. We'll just blame it on COVID.
Nah.
We'll blame it on COVID.
But now we got to show love to another sitcom by a black creator, Quinta Brunson, and Abbott Elementary was that's season 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
I don't know why I felt like it was like how seasons be paused in the middle because they came back so quick. But it's season 2.
Yeah,
so you're right.
Yeah, I guess the difference between, let's just say this and Atlanta, Abbott Elementary is on network television. Like this is ABC, so they getting a 22 episode season with the winter break, and then they coming back in the fall. So that's the difference there. But I think season 2 has picked up where season 1 left off, and it's still providing us that same feeling we got in season 1. I think all of the characters that have come back, again they're continuing their stories, and I think those actors are doing really, really well. And even with the new character, the the assistant, I think she's adding value to the cast. Like she's overly annoying, but I think she's adding to what Abbott Elementary is.
Yeah. Now I like the show. Like it is very consistent. Like the laughs are there. Like the references. I'm like, hey yo, like that's what we talking about. Like like just little things like that. I like the fact that Quinta's character Janine can be the center of the show, but oftentimes she doesn't. Like it can have a Barbara episode. You can have a Jacob episode. You can have any other character episode. So it's just like I think that's dope in that way.
Yeah.
And the writing is there, the fluidity of characters and in and out. I love the kids, man.
Oh man,
like the kids are amazing.
Baby
man.
Thanos was amazing. Come on now.
The fact that they never called that little boy by his name, he was always Baby Thanos. Like that's correct. Like he has a name.
Yeah, it was Baby Thanos. It was Baby Thanos. And it like that particular episode to me was so dope because it's a classic Halloween sitcom episode, right?
Yeah.
But the way that they were able to subtly write the Avengers jokes into the episode, I thought
it's
was
if you
super
know,
dope.
And they did a Game of Thrones reference. Like whenever if you get
Like,
knee
get
deep
into
in House
it.
of Dragon,
Yeah.
you're gonna find yourself watching the original series. But it was a point where I think what's my man's name? Jane. Everybody hates Chris. What's his name?
Oh, Tyler James Williams, I think.
But what's his name on the show?
Oh, Greg. Yeah.
Remember where he got called to Ava's office? Then she sent him back. He was like, "Shame."
Yeah.
Shame. That's a Game of Thrones reference. So listen. I was like, "Hey, yo,
That's hilarious.
That's so ignorant, though."
I love it.
I love the janitor, man. He from St. Louis. I'm like that makes it even crazy.
Oh, word. And he's a season regular now, so we get to see more of him throughout the season, and it's been great.
And the fact that little boy wanted to be him for Halloween, like
Had his voice down to everything.
Yeah.
Just follow the trash. Just follow the trash. Second season of Abbott Elementary. We probably only a fourth of the way through the second season, man. It's been great so far.
Yeah, it
So,
really has.
shout out to Quentin, man.
We got to wrap our arms around these black shows, man. But what we got off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you.
All right.
What was the last? We watched a lot of TV. We just talked about 2 shows.
Word.
What's the last thing you watched that kind of triggered you? That it wasn't like a sexual assault or anything like that. Like you watched something, you was like it just bothered you.
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess like a non-serious thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just tricky.
Okay.
I'll give you my answer.
Yeah.
We was just talking about black sitcoms and all that stuff. Now, me and the wife, we rewatch Steve Harvey episodes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric and Levita, like they bother me like a lot. Like, and I don't know why. It's good to see black love, but it's just like the ghetto shit, like
the hoodness of it all.
It's like, listen, man. Steve Harvey had some of the best jokes. Like, if y'all ever go back and watch some shit, just how ghetto and based and like relatable that content is. I was like, what? But just Levita's character irks me so bad. Like everything about her, man. I was just like, okay, I love black women, but you know, you got to leave with that stuff.
Of course.
Because I don't want OS to be canceled.
Now look, hey, it's a lot of that going around.
Right,
We'll get into that.
Right, we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
But I can't do it with Levita character. But it was just mostly like the trope of we already roommates, but you have the old annoying girlfriend that's always here eating my food, wearing my clothes, like that type of thing. Like that, bro, I was like,
Nah, I feel that. Ooh, okay. Huh. So, damn, I think I got one. So, okay, the show Titans.
Okay.
On HBO Max. Just started their 4th season. They put out the first 2 episodes for season 4 on Friday. And they have finally introduced Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Lex Luthor, sinister Superman villain, probably Superman's greatest villain like ever outside of Brainiac, right? Killed him in the 2nd episode. Oh. That upset me because I finally get to see this iconic villain in this show. I love Titans. The first 3 seasons I thought were great, right? So the fact that I finally get to see Lex Luthor, we probably might get a sighting of Superman in this show at some point this season, and you kill off his most famous villain. That upset me.
Wow.
In the first or second episode, it was one of them episodes, probably the second.
That's crazy. Yeah. You do a build up for like a main A-list villain, and then he's dead.
Out of here, just like that.
Well,
messed me up. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Evil is necessary, man.
That's crazy. So yeah, that kind of made me upset. I kind of see what they doing, but why would you kill him in the 2nd episode?
Fuck all that.
That's crazy. So that's where I'm at. All right. So for my off the dome, I actually pulled this from the timeline because I thought this was actually kind of dope. So let me ask you. Okay, who had the better song titled "Last Night"?
Okay.
Diddy and Keisha Cole or As Yet?
And you know why you asked me that? Because I fucking hate Last Night by As Yet, man. God.
Wait, you hate I know you hate the video. You hate the song?
The video makes me hate the song.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Remember, that's always been my gripe. Like I have slandered that video.
No, I know. I remember we've had numerous conversations about the video
at the OS Live show. I think we even talked about it.
That's right, we did.
I hated
the video. Right, we talking about
the video. Makes me brings the song down for me.
That's
so for me to stay consistent with my slander, I'm gonna say Diddy and Keisha Cole.
That's crazy. Damn. What?
I stay consistent.
I mean, I can't be mad at it. Damn, that's crazy. There's a young lady that posed this question on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I fought with myself on this. I was like, wait a minute, because I love both of these songs.
Yeah.
I think both of these songs are great, like shower singing, karaoke songs. Like you can really belt these out and not care because they are both great songs. So I went to war with myself over this because I love both of these songs equally for different reasons, right? I think I'm leaning toward As Yet as being the better song titled Last Night.
And that's fine. Because I'm not listening to neither one of them on purpose, to be being completely honest. We keeping it a buck about anything.
That's hilarious.
But I'm just because
just because you got to stay consistent.
I got to stay consistent. Fuck that. Keisha Cole and Diddy.
That's hilarious. That's funny as hell, bro.
I was just saying.
But
hey, yeah, that was off the dome, people. What was the last thing that you watched that triggered you that was like a non-serious type of offense?
Yeah, man. And then who had the better song titled Last Night? Is it Diddy and Keisha Cole or As Yet? Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. OS Gang, what up? What's happening, family and kin folk? We got a few things going down on the OS News docket. First and foremost, we have to start on a very sad and somber tip. Rest in peace to Takeoff of the Migos.
Yep.
He was shot and killed last week in Houston, Texas. It's weird. Like we record on Sundays. Our episode comes out on Monday. Takeoff died. Was it Tuesday?
Ooh, yeah, it was earlier.
It
in
was
the week for
it was
sure.
early in the week.
Yeah.
So it almost felt like I wanted to call bro. I'm like, hey man, do you think we should just like do like a side, like a real quick?
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, but I was like, let's just save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod. But it's like in this media space, right? Before I let you get to your takes about this, in this media space, we always want to run to report and run to talk about and get our feelings out. I know we're not, to us, OS is the best podcast in the world, but everyone else may not be on it just yet. Mm-hmm. But, these big platforms have like this responsibility to report responsibly. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
It's like you want to wait till details really emerge, and then you have to liken yourself to it. That's still somebody's son, uncle, nephew,
all that,
cousin, family, loved one.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The people that really love him,
Mm-hmm.
So I got off base with that. But Johnny,
listen, that was going to be my first point. Like, it happened like late. I can't remember the exact date. I'm just gonna say it was late Monday night,
going into Tuesday.
Yeah. So I woke up to that news on Twitter.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And literally the entire day
was that.
Yeah. Nothing else. And of course, it's sad. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Condolences to his family and fans. But like, we have to, like, as a human race, we have to allow the news to get to the proper people that are related to Takeoff before we plaster everything on social media. Mm-hmm. I don't know how we can get that message to everybody. Not even that everybody would even care, but I think it's truly insensitive for people to post pictures of themselves with Takeoff. Oh, I just saw him yesterday and we just had a conversation. Post text messages and all that kind of stuff. Like,
that's where that's where you think it gets weird. Like,
that's a part of it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I ain't got no pushback.
That's just to do that the day it happens, or 24 hours, 48 hours after it happens, before the family even could identify the body or make funeral arrangements. Like, that's crazy.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that's a changing of the guard in society, right? Because we feel like that's weird, but hey, that's just the way of the world now, when it comes to, like, if one of us go and somebody got a picture of us, they might do that, And
I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but I'm saying, like, so soon, like immediately.
You think it's a tack to it, but I mean, yes, you're right. Yeah. You're right, but it's really changed though.
Oh,
and that's the thing.
That's
like,
social media
we're
effect.
fighting a fight, like a losing war. On that
100%.
Like, what's tactful when it comes to death and grieving these days?
And the thing about just people in general, they're sad, they're upset about what happened in Takeoff, but I think within all of that, them posting about it is about themselves and wanting to try to put themselves in the mix. And maybe I'm going off tangent here, but I just feel like that's extreme. I feel like that's just extremely nasty. That's all.
I think that's the part of we won't personalize it into us. Mm-hmm. We'll just keep it public figure, right? I think that's just a public figure thing. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to think about it.
I got you.
They have been famous for 10, 11, 12 years, right?
True.
So it's a lot of connections, a lot of people that they made good relationships, a good rapport with. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's just a way of expressing, said relationship or love for said person. I don't know. I mean, I hear it, and maybe I'm just trying to argue the people that are genuine in their showing of love via pictures or video.
Got you.
Because social media, we feel like our bodies and our this can be frail and break down and go, but social media lives forever. Mm-hmm. So that's how that feels when you put a picture out there or video.
Yeah. I got you. But yeah.
No, I hear you.
I just
and that's not even me
people
disagreeing.
Yeah. I just feel like people should wait. Like, give it 3 days tops. Then
Nah,
do all that.
that's asking too much.
Too
man.
much, right?
But I mean, kind of circling back to Takeoff, man. Takeoff died at the age of 28.
28.
And that put into retrospect for me. It's just like he's 28. Bro, they have been famous since he was 18 at least.
Yeah. Nah, that's real.
Like what? It's like I always knew they were young, but it just it didn't register.
It don't be clicking.
They really were kids.
Like when you even thinking about Megan and like all the things that she's going through like recently, right? Megan is about 25-ish.
25, 26.
25.
Yeah,
so the fact that she's still like she's younger than Takeoff.
Yeah.
And just thinking about all the stuff that she's been through, like we don't really put into perspective how young these newer artists are right now.
And that's why we often kind of have to step back. Well, me have to step back on critiques of sometimes because like maybe Meg is going through a lot. Just speaking on Meg, right? When she says like I need a break. And man, you think like you're rich, you're famous, like this is what comes with it. No. Sometimes your mind isn't mature enough to handle everything that's being thrown at you. That's not calling you immature. You just haven't had the life experience yet.
Yep, that's real.
But Takeoff was 28, bro. Like that's
to be 28 and could almost be considered at least to like the younger generation, the elder statesman hip hop.
Well, I mean, Tupac died was 25, so
like
think about just Biggie was 24.
That's nuts.
So he's 28, but trying to focus on him and his life, like Migos arguably is one of the best groups in hip hop history if you want to look at numbers and metrics and even influence. They got everything, right? I think they really were culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not me overstating because Takeoff is not here anymore, but it's often the fact that we were trying to fight against because we wanted to safeguard what we grew up on.
Oh, listen, I was one of them. I think I'm documented on OS saying who are these?
Who
like I might have mispronounced their names and stuff.
I
remember
off
that.
And off of what?
Offbeat, all that.
all
like
that.
that was me. But the more that they put out music, the more that I actually started to listen and understood what they meant to hip hop and how things changed once they really got hot.
Yeah, that Migo niece.
Like it's a real thing. Like they really did influence the way rappers rapped when they got hot, and I couldn't deny that. I still can't deny that now. So just putting respect on the Migos as a group and what they brought to hip hop, and even them individually, like Quavo with the hooks and all the features, and Offset doing his thing and fashion and all that, and then Takeoff just being a really, really, really good rapper, a really good rapper. Yeah. So I don't know. I had to put the respect on them as a group and individuals because I didn't give them that before.
Yeah. And oftentimes he had to. Takeoff said it, and it's so funny, right? In death, these clips start to emerge from public figures.
It's eerie, man.
And it's eerie as hell. And I was digesting the Quavo Takeoff album. I just didn't finish it. That's why I didn't talk about it in New Music last week.
Got you.
So I was like, I'm still trying to figure out, this album because I listened to it once, but it wasn't good enough. I didn't say it wasn't good enough. Slip. I felt like my critique of it wasn't going to be good enough. So I was like, I need to sit with it a little bit more because I really enjoy it.
Got you.
And I was just like, Takeoff really was rapping. Like that's what I took away from it. But now it's kind of like now we have to start questioning the scenario in which everything kind of happened, right?
Yep.
After party with Jay Prince Jr., bowling alley, shot dead. Allegedly, was it 3 times? Right? It was like
2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times, but definitely the fatal blow came to the head.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm the whole thing with Jay Prince and like mob ties and checking in and all that, and it still doesn't necessarily provide you safety. What am I checking in for? So it kind of leans into why is the street element still so close to rap like that? You know what I'm saying? Especially for somebody that's 10 years in.
Right.
I can see if you're a new artist and you ain't been to Houston before, you might need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, they have been doing this for a long time now.
Right.
And I'm talking about Migos has crossed over.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like
100%.
I have never seen anything like that before. Like they are genuinely still themselves, and they are completely across the tracks.
Yeah.
But they're still them. Music ain't changed. Like they ain't singing more. Like they're still Migos.
Right. Nah, that's true. That's true. I get to your point. Like I don't understand why Quavo and Takeoff, right? I don't understand why they don't move with security. Like the whole check in with whoever you need to check in the city. Like they're beyond that. Yeah. They don't like you said, they transcend it.
Yeah.
So that type of whatever that is, street stuff, that stuff should have been left behind because they in a whole nother bracket when it comes to everything now. So when it, if you still want to go out and do, go shoot dice or whatever it is you want to do, cool, but you got to have your own security because y'all have ascended to another level now. All that extra street check-in, all that shouldn't have to apply to them. Yeah,
I mean, well, you feel like you got the steppers with you because now everything that's being thrown out is alleged. Nothing that's out there is necessarily a fact outside of Takeoff actually just not being with us anymore. Mm-hmm. But allegedly, at this party, this venue, people were checked for weapons. Somehow a weapon still got in. Yeah. So who has the weapons? Like, who has access to the weapons? Jay Prince, why do your people have guns and my people don't? Like, what are we doing? We just playing dice,
That's
right?
It.
Now, hey, dice is a very dangerous situation, depending on where you're going to play it at, right?
Right.
The odds are better in the streets than they are at said casino. I understand it. I get it. I have never played dice.
I haven't either.
I am not the craps guy. Like I play spades for fun. Like I don't even play for fun. So dominoes, I side bet. Like I mean not side bet, but I just be over here like chilling.
That's funny.
But nah. But dice, I already know what happens with that.
I'm cool. I get down on some dominoes though, but nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on the dice.
I got you. But hey, the element is present at them dice games. So, but I don't know. We can go so many more ways with this, but it's unfortunate. Like we can have the conversations about gun control and streets and hip hop and all that, and the epidemic and pandemic of rappers just being killed at an alarming rate. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what else to say about it.
Me either. I mean, I feel sad for Takeoff and his family because from the reports that have been coming out. He wasn't even involved in nothing that was going on. He was literally in the cut chilling, and got hit with a few strays, and that's how he ended up dying. So, didn't want anybody to die for sure, but the fact that he was literally not even involved in whatever was going on, and is the one that ended up going, is just insane to me. And I hope that people, rappers, whoever. They look at this situation and say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't go to that function. Maybe I shouldn't, participate in this event or whatever. Or if I do, make sure I have the proper security with me so that nothing like, something like this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, bullets ain't got no names, man. But it's just unfortunate. But we have to say this. Rest in peace again to Takeoff, his family, his friends, his bandmates, everybody involved, man.
Yeah, man, 100%, 100%.
Well, speaking of another tragic thing, a documentary is coming out about the slain people in hip-hop, in the hip-hop community. 50% is executive producing it. You have Van Lathan, who's the narrator of it. It's called Hip-Hop Homicides.
Yeah.
Johnny, what do you have for this?
You said 50%. I thought that was funny. 50 cents. It's
I said 50%?
Yeah, it's cool. It's all good.
My mouth is dry.
It's all good, man. Okay, so Hip-Hop Homicides. When I saw the headline, I was like, okay, this is interesting. Mm-hmm. This could go one of two ways. This could be either really good or really, really bad. Mm-hmm. But then once I saw who was involved with it, it brought me a little bit more comfort knowing that it's probably in good hands with Van Lathan hosting. 50 Cent is attached to it. And then there was Mona Scott Young as well. So I was like, okay. It's like, okay, I think this is in good hands. This will probably end up being something to shed light on, what's really been going on instead of people trying to exploit,
Yeah.
So once I read about that, I was a little bit more comfort in knowing that, people of the culture are involved in this documentary.
Okay.
That's what I was getting at. Interesting point though. This is going to be on WeTV, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, and I'm not sure what ties 50 Cent and Mona Scott Young have to WeTV, but do you think this would get more viewership or traction if it was on a different platform? Because I'm not sure. Is WeTV like a local channel?
No,
not local, but I mean like you can get it through.
WeTV has one of those damn reality shows on there, so like it already has a built-in audience.
Okay,
I just don't know if it's hip hop based. That's the thing.
Got you.
It got one of them Housewives shows. Forgive me, I just don't know. Well, that ain't my demo, so I really don't know.
Right.
I know WeTV is definitely geared to women, so
of course, right.
So that's the thing. So I'm not really sure why it's on that platform, but salute is being made. It's going to talk about like Magnolia Shorty, Big L, XX XXX Tentacion, like Juice WRLD, like Pop, obviously Pop Smoke, and then unfortunately Takeoff didn't make the cut, which is crazy, like because they announced this the day after Takeoff passed.
That's insane.
So shit, like,
I know.
So that's what makes this kind of not eerie or weird, but it's just it is weird and eerie. Just something like this coming out, and then you have another rapper in PNB Rock.
Yep.
He wouldn't make the cut either.
Yep,
unfortunately.
Yeah. Man, do you think it was coincidence that they announced this the day after Takeoff? Like, you think they had it planned already, and it just it just so happened?
We gonna get to the planning of certain things and the rollout of shit. So I think it was already in the tuck, and it was just like, well, the world is already talking about the pandemic or epidemic of rappers just being shot and killed at alarming rates. Well, hey, look, I don't think this was necessarily in bad taste because it's not exploiting who just died.
Right.
That's the other part.
Got
you.
you.
Now, let's just say they sprinkle some, Takeoff,
like
footage in there. Now, that's nasty.
That would have made it nasty.
That would have made it nasty.
Damn,
but a lot of these, even though these murders may have not even been resolved or solved or whatnot, a lot of us have had time to digest what those people meant to the culture.
Yes, yeah, and then some of the family members of these deceased rappers will be interviewed during doing this docuseries, and other rappers as well who have been affiliated with the rappers that are deceased. So it actually premiered on November 3rd, so it's already started. So I don't know. I think I would like to check this out because this is interesting. I wonder if it's on YouTube or something. Because I don't even know if I got WeTV.
I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out.
Because
I definitely want to watch it. Like that, it's definitely intriguing. Like I want to see more about those slain artists and how the family members reacted and things that are being done to honor them posthumously.
Right.
So
yeah, man. Shout out to everybody involved in that.
Yeah, man. But no quirky segue on this one, man. Kyrie Irving has dominated the headlines, right? Made everybody kind of forget that Takeoff passed 2-3 days before all these things happened.
Crazy, right?
NBA star Kyrie Irving tweeted, was it a actual link to the documentary or was it a picture of the documentary?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a link to the documentary because the documentary was on Prime Video.
Okay. Well, he tweeted a link with no context to a documentary that has maybe some anti-Semitic views. I can't say that for sure because I haven't watched it.
Right.
But this has caused a whirlwind, a storm of events with Kyrie Irving professionally. It has caused a divide in the black community. You're either on one side or you're not. If you are pro Kyrie, you're crazy. If you're pro what the NBA and everybody's trying to treat him, you're a coon or a sellout.
Yeah.
So Johnny, what do you have for this situation? So
I saw Kyrie in the headlines literally for like the past 5 or so days.
Yeah.
And I wasn't 100% sure as to what was even happening. All I saw was he got suspended from the team without pay from the Nets. He got suspended from Nike. Like he had a shoe that was supposed to come out soon that they put on pause, right? So that's all I've saw. I didn't even know the reasoning for that happening. So I, do some Google, some searches. So I saw that he tweeted out that the documentary, right? We don't even know if he watched the documentary. We just know all he did was just put out the link. That's it. That's all, right? And also from what I saw, the response to that, he after one of the games that he had recently, some journalists started asking him about that. And based on his responses to those journalist questions, that's the reason these suspensions have happened. Now, did you actually listen to the interview or listen to his remarks? Now let's talk about what he said.
Okay.
Do you think in his response to the journalist questions, he said anything, anti-Semitic? Did he say, hey, I don't like these people?
Listen, the term anti-Semitic has been thrown around so much in the past few weeks. Excuse me. I honestly am still searching for what and how it is to be anti-Semitic. So if you just say anything that's seemingly derogatory towards Jewish people, right? Is that being anti-Semitic? If you perpetuate a stereotype of Jewish people, is that being anti-Semitic? I'm thinking yes. I don't know it. Listen, I ain't even trying to cross that line. I don't even know what to do.
Right. No, I mean, same here. I think in his, first of all, tweeting out the link to the documentary. That itself, do you think that was anti-Semitic? It's weird.
Okay, this is the thing. If you tweet out something with no context and you are a public figure, you have to stand by that. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying Kyrie is anti-Semitic because I don't think that's true. But if you tweet some shit that got some shit in it and you are Kyrie Irving, I think you should explain yourself. But this is the problem that I have with Kyrie, and he's always been like this. He wants to be the smartest nigga in the room when he's not. Okay. And there's nothing there's nothing wrong with unlocking your better self. There's nothing wrong with saging. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with reading books. I'm not saying don't be an intellectual.
Got you.
But I'm starting at the beginning with Kyrie. He's always been goofy. You know what I'm saying? So
can't deny
this
that.
This is built on his goofiness.
Got you.
So
I got you.
If you want to be that guy and you want to be Martin Luther King of the NBA, you got to stand on that. You got to do that. So my problem is that he's not standing on it. Gotcha. If you tweeted the shit, just say I'm not saying you have to say you sorry because that's where people are getting upset at. And they're going to make him apologize. No. I just rather you lean into your villain role. Be Joker when he went to the Maury show. Just lean into the shit. Do it.
That's what saying Maury. But no.
What his name Maury?
Was it? It might have been. You know my brain went. But
I know right. No, not that part. But it's just I appreciate people. If you're going to do it, be unapologetic. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to be the villain, be the villain. If you're going to be the intellectual and kick your original Hebrew shit over there, you got to kick it. Do it. So that's all I want you to do.
So with that, during that same interview, so he was asked about, hey, you tweeted this out. What was that about? He went on this long spiel about, I've been reading different books and I saw a documentary that looked like it may have something to enlighten my people because I only tweet for my people and stuff like that. Now that's paraphrasing. That's paraphrasing.
No.
Yeah,
I know that's paraphrasing, but still, that's the goof shit he be on.
But
how you a civil rights leader with a white wife? I'm just saying, that's the type of shit he be on. What you talking about?
Damn. But even in that response to the journalist, right? I think that was what he said. I thought was fine.
Yeah,
and it was cool. They could have went directly to asking him basketball questions. Hey, how come you didn't have such and such rebound? I don't know, but the journalist that was asking that question continued to pry, continued to ask him about his responses.
Kyrie, one of them people that feel like if like I don't have to answer you. I don't he's one of those. Mm-hmm. But you can't like.
But if he answered the original question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why continue? And honestly, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm putting this on the journalist.
Yeah.
If you asked the one question, he ain't asked nothing about no basketball yet. He went straight to the Amazon shit. And he answered like Kyrie answered. Now, once you get your answer, shouldn't you go straight to the basketball stuff because you got what you was looking for?
Nah, basketball don't sell.
Clearly.
Listen, if I'm a journalist and my job is to report news, listen, it's so many other examples I can give of this. That's why I'm not understanding why Kyrie, like people are making a big deal about the Kyrie situation or at least the blowback from it. You know, when LeBron was going to the finals every year and all that stuff, and he shut down his social media. Oh, it's 0 dark 30, and I'm not on social media. But remember, he liked like an Instagram chick, like when he was supposed to be on his social media. That was a headline.
That's
I did. That's one. That's one example.
That's wild as hell.
That's one example, right? LeBron liking the ass, you know. Okay, that's one example. Tom Brady, my man's. Unfortunately, he had the MAGA hat in his locker. Isn't that almost like an equivalent of what's going on here?
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And he had to answer questions about it in press interviews. Yes. I'm not saying that they're tearing down like the Tom Brady brand. Now, what they're doing to Kyrie, I think is wild. Mm-hmm. I do say that.
Yeah.
But as far as like the equivalent of like, hey, you got this brand behind you, which is not a full endorsement, but it's kind of an endorsement. Like he had the hat behind him. He didn't have it on his head. But okay, I tweet out a link, but I don't give no context. It's the same shit.
Okay. No,
that's nasty.
I get what you're saying.
And that's all that's where I'm getting at it with Kyrie. It's like, okay, people have a right to know why did you tweet this?
Okay.
You're a public figure. That's all I'm saying. Public figure. Now what they're doing is I think is a little old, like not even a little.
No. It's
OD.
Super OD, right? And so like I mentioned before, he got suspended from the Nets without pay. Yep. Is it indefinitely or is it a specific amount of time?
It was 5 games. Now, if anything else has changed since the last time I kind of checked into it, I believe because it was just. He has a laundry list of things that he has to do to get back good. That's crazy.
And that's what I was about to get at because I saw it today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6. He got 6 things that he has to do in order to complete his return to the team. Did you see this shit?
Yeah, I saw it.
This man got to apologize and condemn the movie that he tweeted out. He has to make a $500,000 donation to an anti-hate cause or causes. He has to go through sensitivity training. He has to go through anti-Semitic training, which I didn't even know was a thing. He has to meet with ADL.
That's what he's supposed to. Anti-Defamation League.
Got you. And Jewish leaders. And then he has to meet with Joe Tsai. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that.
That's it.
Oh, nice. Joe Tsai to demonstrate an understanding from all the training shit he got to go through. That's insane for tweeting out a link to a movie. Now, if people get offended, people gonna get offended by whatever they get offended by. Mm-hmm. I can't debate that. Your feelings are valid, whatever. But to do all this, that is super OD. On top of his Nike contract getting suspended.
You know what? 2 things could have stopped this if you didn't tweet it. That's one.
That's one.
And then 2, he could have just condemned the movie. I ain't saying he didn't even have to say he was sorry.
He could have just been like, you know what? I tweeted this out before I even watched it.
All you had to do was give a thorough explanation about that fucking link.
Yeah.
But no, you talking riddles. You want to be Shaquille Sunflower. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I be having problems with Kyrie. Like,
so
it's
fucking funny.
He be on bullshit. Like, and I'm never going to say this man should lose his money. He should lose endorsements because I don't think that he proved to be anti-Semitic. But he's just not. He's not backing down, so this is the way you humbling somebody when you do things like that.
That's fucking nuts.
So that's my take on it.
You know the craziest thing about this whole situation?
Mm-hmm.
This wouldn't even be a big thing if the whole Kanye shit didn't just happen.
It's like it rolled from Kanye and then it rolled over to Kyrie, and then now we just have this big divide amongst us because, for one, like if this is an anti-Semitic view, get me, okay? Like, what it seems like, Jewish people are a monolith. Mm-hmm. They move together. They don't stand for shit. We can't get on one accord of who's the greatest rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be shit like that. Like, I don't know. That was a bad analogy. But you get my point.
No,
like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
I was just trying to...
And I agree.
I was just trying to say, we can't agree on one thing. Do we need reparations? Ooh, no. It's like little stuff like that. Like, I think that our way of thinking and we feel like our proximity to whiteness is better. Yeah. So we don't believe in ourselves to like really come together and do things. So that's why I don't think we could ever really get on the same page. I'm not hopelessly optimistic. I know Johnny is about situations like that. I just like hell no.
Oh no.
I mean just in a way. Like I know you I know you believe in Kumbaya more than me.
I mean of course I'm hopeful for it, but the realisticness in my brain knows that if it were to happen, it's going to take like some super extreme measures. I won't get into what I think should happen, but it's going to take some super extreme measures in order for that to happen. I know that it won't. Of course, I would love for it to, but I know that it won't. It's So I don't know. Shout out to all parties involved. This is nuts.
I just hope that Kyrie isn't forced out of the league. I don't want to see that happen to him. I have my gripes against him. It's kind of like how I hated Kobe at first. You know what I'm saying? He's a cornball, like corny ass nigga. But I mean,
that's how people feel about Russell Wilson.
but that's the thing though, right? I don't have to buy into your personality all the time for you to be, a good athlete.
Oh yeah,
I acknowledge he's one of them. He's a him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I hate that this is happening to him. But then again, hey, that's not right. But hey, my boy, you tweeted it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why? Just why?
Why? That's all people want to know. Why?
We have too much access to these people.
But I that too. And then like kind of circling back to the reporter thing, like those reporters are hounds. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So you giving them something. Like you
No, I get it.
Like reporters are hounds.
Especially straight off the Kanye shit.
And then he's in New York. The fucking media capital of the world. Nigga.
Oh, okay. He didn't think it through.
Man, what?
He didn't think it through.
He didn't think about that. He wasn't thinking. Clearly.
He didn't think it through.
All right, man. But
that's fucking crazy, bro.
I know, man. Blurred topic, blurred segment. We got a high-level rumor. Has it been confirmed? I don't know.
No, I think it's been confirmed.
Okay, it's been confirmed. Well, Yahya Abdul Matten has been casted as Power Man in the MCU. Johnny!
Hey, man. I'm going to be the first to say I don't know shit about Power Man. I just thought to see, all I know is Power Man was white in comics. A black man has been casted as him. I know it's going to be an uproar. And I think this is also going to be a Disney Plus series.
Okay. For one, that's trash.
Wait,
Two, him being in. First of all, this casting is trash. Not because the actor, right? He should have been Blade. That's one. Especially when he played Morpheus in the new Matrix. But I'm off that. I'm off that.
Nah, I feel that.
I'm off that.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm off that. All right, cool. Power Man. It's a Disney Plus series, but I feel like he's bigger than a Disney Plus series. That's why I said it's trash.
Yeah.
And then Power Man, I don't know if he has enough. Like, is it a Power Man hive to be upset enough for this to be flipped like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they was mad. You know how they was mad about Keke Palmer playing Storm. Not playing Storm, but she literally had a costume on, and niggas was like, and I ain't talking about niggas is a sense of black people. Niggas. This is not.
Is it universal?
Racial specific.
That's fucking crazy.
Like, these niggas was wild. They was like, oh no, not my stuff.
You got to put white in front of it.
Well, yeah, white niggas. You know me, bro.
I'm sorry, it's funny. But it's just funny.
And it's funny, like, when I heard, like, the actual origin, like, we gonna get back to this, but the actual origin of Storm, she was based off a black woman, and they didn't know how. They said it was actually supposed to be styled after Grace Jones because the character was made in the 80s.
Okay.
So Grace Jones being a black woman.
Yep.
Like that's how she was supposed to look. But this ain't social media. If you ain't have a magazine nearby, you probably know what Grace Jones looked like.
Not.
So they made her pretty much look like a Creole woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Rhoda definitely had the sass of a black woman, like the spirit. Of
100%, 100%. Look, I went in. Googled Power Man.
This shows how much I don't care.
Man,
I didn't know. I just saw the headline. I'm like, that's dope.
You know,
but I don't do your thing,
it's
bro.
the nerd.
I'm here.
But no, just this first sentence, and I think maybe this is how he might tie into the MCU. I don't know. Anyway, Simon Williams, which I assume is his identity. Simon Williams gained his superhuman powers due to chemical and radiation treatments with ionic energy by Baron Zemo, giving him superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, agility, and reflexes. So maybe that's his usher into the MCU.
So Zemo stay around a little bit longer. All right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, but it's like Power Man is not big enough to get a movie.
Wonder Man.
I'm Wonder Man. Damn. Hold on, yeah.
Not to be confused with Wonder Woman from DC.
I think I've been saying
you know
Power Man. I think I've been saying Power Man the whole
is
time.
fucking Luke Cage.
Hey, yeah. I've been saying Power Man this whole time. Like, even when I segued the damn thing. Damn, that's crazy.
Hey, yo.
That shows how much I care.
I know. This is.
I was worried about getting his real name right compared to the character name.
I heard you slow it down. You enunciated. You enunciated. I love it. It's great. It's great.
But no, man, y'all deserves more, man. He Candyman, he Morpheus, he all that. And y'all gonna put him in a damn Disney Plus film. He should have been fucking Blade.
Balls of applicable. No, just playing.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Hold on.
Nah, but I can't say I'm excited for it because I know nothing about this character. I'm just happy to see my guy in the MCU. That's all.
Now, he is Black Manta.
Yeah.
In DC. How does that work?
What you mean?
Nothing?
Aquaman 2 already done. It's been done filming.
DC is done.
Wait, you still ain't seen Black Adam yet.
No,
you ain't had that time. It's cool.
I really haven't had the time.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm gonna make time for Black Panther this week.
Oh man, what? Tickets been purchased.
I'm sorry, them tickets been purchased though.
Man,
that was the thing. And I'm sacrificing.
Oh snap! That's this week.
I know, and I sacrificed time. Even though I got shit to do, I could be doing on Thursday, but I'm going to the movie.
Going to see that.
I'm going to see that.
Oh,
y'all will not spoil this for me. Like
man,
I gotta. It's like you. I have dodged Black Adam spoilers.
Still? That's crazy.
And you know what my YouTube channel look like?
I know.
I've stayed away from them.
That's crazy.
But them Black Panther joints, I can't because everybody's invested in this film where they may not want to see another Rock film, even though this is a completely different, situation.
Yeah. Damn. That's what's up. Damn,
Black Panther this week. I really ain't got nothing else. I ain't watched no scenes they've been leaking. I don't care about.
I've watched
a
couple,
Easter.
but
I ain't watched no Easter eggs. I don't want, bro.
You want to be
bring
surprised?
Me the film.
Yeah. No, I feel
at
that.
this point, just bring me the film.
I ain't mad at it. It didn't even click to me that is this week.
Oh no, but
so
I've been checking my calendar. So
now look,
I know it's this week.
Seeing that shit pop up.
Man,
so we'll definitely come with the review next week.
Yeah.
You want to save Drake and 21 for next week?
No, because it ain't really that much to talk about.
Okay, all right, never mind.
It really ain't that much to get into.
Fuck it.
Drake and 21 Savage have come out with their highly anticipated collaborative album
after 2 weeks of announcements.
Right, exactly. Her Loss. Johnny, what you got?
This is a fire ass Drake album.
Damn it, man.
Now, the reason I say that, I'm not saying that 21 Savage did not hold his own, because he did. Mm-hmm. But correct me if I'm wrong. It didn't feel like 21 rapped that much on the album. Like, I don't think he had like a lot of verses or like long verses or what. I feel like most of this album is Drake.
It's like this. Drake has way more solo songs on here. That's what gives it the separation.
Got you.
That's what gives it the separation. This is a very long album.
Mm-hmm. So hour and 1 minute?
For a collaborative album?
Yes, sir.
Especially when each artist is not featured on every song. Like, 21 and Drake are not trading bars or singing or whatever on each
Right.
song. Like, it's not that.
Right.
And then, like, I have to compare it to what the predecessor, at least in Drake collaborative albums, was with What a Time to Be Alive. That was 7 years ago, a different Drake, Future, different artists, very short. It was like, it might have been like 10 tracks, 41 minutes, something in that range.
Got you.
That should have been the sweet spot for this album because, for one, at least with What a Time to Be Alive, it was a surprise album, but it was like an equal high demand for both. I can't say this for these two artists.
I feel
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
I feel that, and we were even saying that before the album dropped.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like,
it's a-
okay.
it's a different type of collaboration.
Yeah, and then like you said, this is a Drake album featuring 21
Man,
Savage.
what?
Like, it's really that. I mean, Drake has his moments on the album, like it, and the controversy is what's really pushing the album. It's not even the music at this point.
Oh, word.
Because there are a few songs that I can take away from this project, but it's really the shots at Meg, the shots at Pusha, Subs and that.
Yep.
Like, you got the shot at Ice Spice, you got the shot at
The shot at Serena Husband.
yeah, Serena Husband. Like,
Shit was so random.
it's random, and
Shit was so
that's probably the best song to me. Like, I like that song, like, because I felt like Drake was rapping.
No,
That's
he's
Drake.
going-
That's Aubrey right there. Like, that's the Aubrey Angel. That's why I'm Aubrey Angel. That shit right there.
We finally get I feel like a full rap album from Drake, and it's featuring 21 Savage. That's insane.
And it's still not one of the best albums in his discography.
That's nuts.
And that's the other thing. It's still not one of the best albums in his discography.
That's insane.
Because like I alluded to when we talked when the album was coming out, it was just like, well, Drake's past the point of putting out music that's gonna shift how we view him as an artist.
Yep.
He's just making music. Like, remember that $400 million deal?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
all this is part of it.
All that's
All
part
the
of
shit.
it. So,
He needed something for overseas.
like,
That's why we got the Honestly Never Mind.
everybody can't be like a Nas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming out with great music on what seemingly the tail end of your career.
Yeah.
Everybody just kind of, they make something that's all right, but a body of work that's over with.
Got you. I feel that.
Like, you take the 2 or 3 songs you want for it, slap it on your playlist, and keep that shit moving.
Yeah.
But this is just all right to me. Like, that's why I said we ain't got to say this for next week. It ain't.
Listen, I understand. I think the first few tracks I think were pretty cool, but I think he really started heating up around track 8, 9, maybe. Both of them started heating up track 8, 9, and from there I thought that's where like most of the heat was.
Yeah. And then, he shouted out the frat on the last song.
Looking at
Hey, man, it's November? Like, hold on. We get a shout out from the biggest rapper in the world in November. Hey, it's up. Like, it's one of them. Like, that's the, okay, this album's a 5 now.
Look. When you heard it, did you start barking? I saw it. No, because I saw a tweet. Did you see that tweet?
I was like, he said,
Yo.
no. He said, Q dog. He said, I'm making sci fi.
Tourette's. No. Listen, all jokes. It's all for entertainment.
That's my man.
No
Fuck
disrespect.
y'all.
No disrespect. Yeah. I'm just saying. All that secret shit. That's all I'm saying. I say that to all of my sorority and fraternity friends.
Hey,
Keep
man.
that secret shit away. It's all good. But
I mean, the album is cool. Like, there are some highlights. The lowlights of is nothing. I mean, it's like maybe 1 or 2 for radio play. Like, I know the obvious. What was the joint? Spin About You. Oh, they finna wear that joint out. It's like a wait for you type of feel. Like, oh,
yeah,
they about to wear that one out.
I got you.
But it just feels like I don't know what I was expecting from a collab album from Drake and 21.
Nothing.
So
You were
like
expecting nothing.
So the lows is just kind of like songs that's just like it's just like filler blender like type of music. That's what it feels like. The low lights, but the albums. I mean, the songs that are good are good.
Yeah.
But it's like it ain't. I don't even think it's a skip on here. Honestly, it just
is what it is. Yeah.
Like, how songs just bleed together.
Yeah. Nah, I feel
That's what that was.
I feel that. The one song that caught me by surprise that I actually liked on this album was the song featuring Travis Scott. And you already know.
I know. I gave up. I ain't trying to.
No, real, like, I was like, damn, this shit hard. And then I looked, because when I listen to albums, especially the first time, like I don't really like look at the track list. I just hit play and let it go. But sometimes if like a song really catches my ears, like no, this is hard. Like like what is this called? So I can go back. And I saw a feature in Travis Scott, and then Travis Scott verse came on. I was like, wait, this is actually good. This is good. So no, shout out to Travis Scott.
And then for him to have the only feature on the album, like But then again, it's a collab album. What the hell you need features for?
Also true. Also true. I enjoyed this album more than I thought I would. Let me say that. Let me say that. And rapping Drake is my favorite Drake. And I got that, and I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the album. So shout out to 21 Drake.
Real ranking of the album now. What you do out of 5?
Okay, so I only got through it a good one time.
Okay.
So this is just based off of one full listen.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I share those same sentiments because I gave it the full run on Friday, obviously. Had a busy ass weekend, not enough time to really sit down and digest what this album could be. Yeah. But off of my first full listen and maybe diving back into a song or two, I'll give it just a straight 3. Okay. Worth streaming, okay, maybe mid if you want to say that, but I think it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Worth streaming for sure.
Got you. That's what's up.
You ain't got to take up no space on your phone, though.
No, I got it downloaded. But, I think we reached the end of the docket.
Definitely we have reached the end of the docket. Johnny, what do you have for them?
If you are on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your people, hit the comment section, chime in on any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
And we'll catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Black Panther, baby.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.